Muhyiddin Yassin's corruption case linked to the Jana Wibawa program began today at the Kuala Lumpur High Court. During the proceedings, the defense questioned the submission of edited videos as evidence. Meanwhile, Razlan Rafii said that the MACC has yet to call him to provide a statement in the probe into the British semiconductor giant Arm Holdings deal. Stay tuned for this and more on KiniNews. Muhyiddin Yassin's lead defense counsel has claimed that all criminal charges against the former Prime Minister were vague and in bad faith. During proceedings at the Kuala Lumpur High Court today, Hisham Potek said that this was because there were no specific details as to how the offence, as stated in the charges, was carried out. He added that the absence of these details prejudiced Muhyiddin's ability to form his defence. He stressed that under the law, the manner in which the alleged offence is committed by the accused person must be classified by the prosecution. He said the particulars must be specific in the charges as to what steps were taken by the accused in relation to any decision or action. Meanwhile, in response, Deputy Public Prosecutor Wan Shahrudin Wan Lade said the matters raised by Hisham had previously been raised during Muhyiddin's application to strike out the charges. He said they can raise the matter at the end of the prosecution if they wish to do so. The court began hearing Muhyiddin's corruption trial involving the Jana Wibawa program today, with MACC officer Shawaluddin Said taking the stand as the first prosecution witness. Muhyiddin is being charged with 4 counts of abuse of power under Section 23(1) of the MACC Act 2009 and 3 money laundering charges under Section 4(1)(b) of the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing and Proceeds of Unlawful Activities Act 2001. He maintained his plea of not guilty to all the charges read. The defense had also questioned the prosecution's first witness, MACC Assistant Enforcement Officer Shawaluddin Said, over the submission of edited TikTok videos as evidence. During cross-examination, Muhyiddin's counsel, Amer Hamzah Arshad, grilled the witness on whether he was aware of MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki stating last year that edited videos cannot be used as evidence. The defense referred to a Malaysiakini article in which Azam was quoted as making the statement in relation to the Sabah mining scandal. They also objected to the videos being submitted as evidence, arguing that their authenticity was unproven and that the videos were unreliable. Earlier, the officer testified during examination in chief that he came across the 2 videos on January 17 and July 26 last year while scrolling through his TikTok feed on his mobile phone. The MACC officer said he was later instructed by one of the Ops Jana Wibawa investigating officers to download the videos as they were considered evidence. When questioned about Azam's statement regarding the admissibility of edited videos during cross-examination, Shawaluddin said he was aware of the statement but was unsure whether it was the MACC Chief Commissioner who had made it. The witness then confirmed that he had told investigating officers the videos were edited but disagreed with Amir's contention that edited videos are not credible. The court later admitted the videos for convenience's sake and to save time, but said that the prosecution still has the burden to prove the authenticity of the video. From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. Umno Supreme Council member Razlan Rafii has urged opposition chief Hamzah Zainudin and his supporters to return to Umno instead of setting up a new party. According to Razlan, setting up a new party would only further divide Malays. He said if Hamzah were to set up another Malay-based entity or party, it would not help unite the Malays. He added that the objective in setting up the idea of Rumah Bangsa is to invite as many as possible out there to come under UMNO's umbrella. He told reporters yesterday that this is not only for Hamzah and the gang. Others who are with smaller parties out there should also disband their parties and return to UMNO. The call came amidst rumors of Hamzah's next political move after being sacked by Bersatu. He had previously confirmed that there were ongoing discussions about a possible takeover of a political entity reportedly named Parti Keluarga Malaysia, saying the negotiations are still at a technical stage. Hamzah was expelled from Bersatu on February 13th amid an intense leadership tussle with party president Muhyiddin Yassin. The very next day, he launched his reset movement, which has so far sparked mass resignations among Bersatu division-level leaders nationwide. Former Economy Minister Razlan Rafii said the MACC has yet to call him to give a statement in its investigation into the government's 1.1 billion ringgit deal with British semiconductor giant Arm Holdings. Although the probe into the Silicon Vision collaboration has been ongoing for more than a month, Rafii said the MACC has not contacted him in any way. He told reporters yesterday that he is waiting for when they want to call him to take his statement, adding that there has been no feedback or directive from the agency so far. Rafii said that based on what has been publicly stated about the investigation, it would be difficult to show any misappropriation because the MACC itself had said the case was not about money. According to him, MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki had earlier indicated the issue concerned a possible breach of regulations. He said if it is about a breach of regulations, the MACC must first establish evidence of that breach before calling him. He added that if investigators intend to accuse him of misleading the cabinet or negligence, they would need evidence to support those claims. He said if there is a solid case against him, he would have been remanded and charged long ago, based on the MACC's pattern of action in previous cases. Rafii has been accused of expediting the deal with Arm Holdings during his tenure as minister, following allegations from several NGOs that the agreement was hastily arranged and biased and could have financial implications for the government. He has described the investigation as intimidation, noting that it came shortly after he called for Azam to be suspended.
If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysiakini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Prime Minister Anwar said Malaysia will support any credible efforts to negotiate an end to hostilities between the US, Israel and Iran. His remarks come as the conflict continues to spill into neighboring countries.
In a statement, Anwar said he was encouraged by calls for restraint from Iran's leadership amid the ongoing tensions across the Gulf and wider West Asia, adding that such calls should be taken seriously and honored. He noted that while some will push for a harder line, history has rarely been kind to those who choose escalation over negotiation when the door to dialogue was still open. Anwar also warned that strikes have hit energy facilities, water installations, and other infrastructure relied upon by millions. He said the world's oil and shipping routes run through these waters, and disruption here carries consequences far beyond the region. He also urged the international community to act urgently to prevent more countries from being drawn into the conflict and further loss of life. The US and Israel has attacked Iran on February 28th, killing Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and several senior security officials. Iran has since responded with drone and missile attacks targeting Israel and US-linked facilities in Gulf countries.
Pulai MP Suhaizan Kayat has called on the Election Commission to address the imbalance in voter distribution across parliamentary constituencies. This comes as the EC conducts a review of the delineation of boundaries for the states in the peninsula. In a statement, he said that at present there is a large disparity in voter numbers between parliamentary constituencies. Suhaizan pointed out several constituencies across the Klang Valley with very high voter populations, including Titiwangsa, Shah Alam, Damansara, Petaling Jaya, Wangsa Maju and Ampang. Candidates from Pakatan Harapan or occasionally Umno and BN typically win these densely populated urban areas. In contrast, he said there are much smaller constituencies such as Sikh and Jali, where candidates from PAS or Pakatan national contest with fewer than 50,000 votes overall. He added that this situation clearly shows that there is an imbalance in the distribution of voters and the EC must address it. He stressed that the largest parliamentary seat should not have more than twice the number of voters compared to the smallest seat. Suhaizan said it is unfair to penalize urban voters by making their votes worth less than those in much smaller constituencies. He emphasized that the corrections must be implemented soon so that the changes can take effect before the next general election. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.